Most people try to change their life before they truly understand themselves. And that's the problem. Today we're going to talk about awareness is the beginning of change. Do you feel that you're stuck in life? Do you maybe feel that life is going well, but you want something more exciting, something a little bit more fulfilling is the right word I'm looking for. Maybe it could be that while you're enjoying yourself and while you're doing great, you want a little bit more. You just want to feel more. You want it more connected. Great weather, by the way. If you feel that you're stuck in life, maybe the reason isn't that you're not doing well or that you're not doing what you could be doing. Maybe the reason is you may be lacking a self-awareness in the sense of inward, but also outward. What do I mean by that? Let's say you're living your life right now. And let's say you are, whatever you're doing, but let's say you're looking to change, you're looking for something more exciting, you're looking for something that fits you more, but you don't know where to start, where to begin. Simple. Awareness is the beginning of change. What we need to do is we need to first be aware of where we are in life, be aware of what we're doing, but the big one is this that most people don't talk about. Being aware of what's available to you right now. That's a big one. That's a huge one. Example. At one point in my life, I was an IT engineer. And I always knew that when I was doing this, I didn't really want to do this full time, or I didn't really want to do this forever in my life. I always knew that. I always felt that. I always I knew that in me. Every time I went to work, and every time I did my projects, and every time I served my clients, I always had a sense of, this is temporary. I shouldn't be doing this, But at the time, I was stuck because I was taught, the old adage when we were growing up, specifically me, go to school, get grades, go to university, get yourself a degree, get a good job, get married, buy a house, etc., etc., etc. And that's great. I'm not knocking it. That's great. But what if you want more? Or what if you want something different? Which was my case. So the first thing I did is I looked inward and I said, okay, Mara, this is where we are, IT engineer, XYZ, but I want more. I'm stuck, so what do? The first thing I did, guys, is I looked at what's available around me. In other words, what other opportunities are there around me for me to be able to step into the life I want, which is what I'm doing today, speaking to you on this on the camera. And once I found out that there is a possibility for a guy like me, for little old me, or should I say big old me, to change careers and to do something different and to just be somebody that not necessarily doesn't fit the status quo, but fits my own status quo, where I want to live, where I want to live my life the way I decide. Instead of living life by default, I decided to live life by design. But that began with awareness, understanding, one, where I am, the thing I want, where I want to be, but more importantly, what is available to me. And once I realized that I could be doing this that I'm doing to you right now, and once I realized that this was possible, once I realized that when I became a Scrum Master, that my biggest strength of being a coach and understanding systems and being able to connect things and connect the dots and help people and be a leader and raise people up. Once I understood this, I decided, hey, I can step into this. I can do this. And I began the journey to get there. Now, there's more stages to this. Awareness is not the only thing one needs in order to change. Because in my last video, I talked about the be, do, have concept, where first you need to become someone. Then once you become that person mentally, you begin to start doing the steps you need to do to get the thing that you want to get. And then you will get into the last stage of life, which is the have. You will then have the things you want to have. But before you even get there, you must be aware of where you are, but more importantly, as I said, where you're going. I hope this video found you well. There's more coming, but I'll leave you with this before I go. Remember, in life, the things that we do should be defined by us. If you're someone like me, a couple of years ago, and you find yourself stuck in a position where you know you want more, you know you want change, you know you want to do something else, but you're not sure where to go or what to do two things. One, look inward. Talk to yourself and find out, who am I? What is the thing I want to do? And then once you do that, then you look outward and look at what's available to you in the world right now. And then plug into those things so that you can begin that life-changing experience and that journey of be, do, have, so you can have the things that you want to have. All right? This video is a short one. Peace out. And as I always say, stay blessed by the best. See you at the top.